What you're about to experience are my opinions and truths. I'm suggesting they're possibilities for you to consider, in which you can then come up with your own logical conclusions. Hello everyone, Logan here with Decode Your Reality, and with all this coronavirus stuff going on, I wanted to see the origins of when it first initially hit the US and the dates that are involved with that, the numbers that are involved with that, of course the cards of Illumination, the typical cards in a poker deck, where are those located with the dates and the tarot cards, and where do all these things fit? So when I started to research the first death, of course it is February 29th of this year. It was the first death that was confirmed, and of course it was in Washington State. And when I had pulled this up, I had observed this video of course, these bozos on CNN trying to perpetrate things even more. But nonetheless, I want to say CNN is being used. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? Folks, it's not man that's doing this alone. Sure, man is being used as puppets, but it's not man that's running the show. It's not possible. And I'm going to show that to you with this presentation. So here's this guy, Clay Bentley, and he's under quarantine, Georgia hospital, and he's on here sharing his story. And, is this guy a crisis actor? I don't know. But let the numbers do the talking. And I'm going to show you things, it's just mind-blowing to me. So this is the guy's name, Clay Bentley. I've circled it here, okay? And, of course, you know my system. I use numerology, I use the cards, I use tarot, use pi. The weights of the elements, alchemy. But let's get started with the cards. Clay is an 8, Bentley is a 25. The total, but of course, is a 33. And, this is kind of a humdinger right here. Clay is a 3311, which... the number of magic is in there. 33, the master number 33. The cards of Illumination. The 8th card is the eight of hearts, and then the 25th card is the Queen of Clubs. And when you do that through numerology, folks, we get another master number 77. Now, keep that number in mind. I mean, what are the odds of that being the case? Especially when you get a master number 33. I mean, this we could just drop the mic and just forget it from here. I mean, this is so consistent with these people that come on and do the talking. What about the timestamp, folks? The timestamp at when this aired was very visible in the top left-hand corner. 9:27 a.m. Eastern Time. That's when I did the snapshot of this. That's when I did it. It may have gone to 9:28, but nonetheless, I found it at 9:27. The 9th element and the 27th element, cobalt and fluorine. When you add those up using alchemy, we get a total of 77.931. 77 on the masculine side. And that is a direct match with the numerology of his name using the cards of Illumination. Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 8 of Hearts, 77. Let's keep going. His name through the English ordinal. A little bit different. That's why I don't prefer using this with the elements, because you get into higher numbers and then you have to start getting into weights, and then you can't get into some of these elements. There is no 124th element, so then you can go strictly by weights. So it reduces down the possibilities. That's why I like using the Chaldean. But nonetheless, I kept the 77 here for good reason. Tellurium is 124, matching that of his name, 124, using the English ordinal. The reason I kept the 77 is because when you go to tellurium and then you go down to the oxidation states and isotopes, this shows all the weights that it has. The one that has the 124, the natural abundance, folks, is 7.07%. I mean, it could have been anywhere in this lineage, but it matches with the 124. Let's keep going. Let's break his name down using alchemy. So, of course, it's an 11-letter word, or 11-letter word. Of course it is, matching the 33 and 11 of his first name, Clay. And then when we go over to the trusty calculator, add up all the elements, all 11 elements, folks, the total we get is 70.114. And 70 is lined up and matches up with Ytterbium, the 70th element. Ytterbium through numerology is a 29. 29 is a 33, which matches his name. You know, I'm throwing this in here because this could be a great possibility of what's running this matrix reality. The Gnostic demiurge Yaldabaoth. And then if you understand the 29, the 2 and 9, 9 is the Hermit card. It's the last number. And then 2 is Venus. It runs our sexual organs. It runs the reproductive. So if you have a number that is all-encompassing all other numbers and it's giving its energy to the number of reproduction, what does that mean? And of course 29 is an 11, right, when it reduces down. So these master numbers keep popping up. What's really interesting, so like I could just stop there, but let's keep going and expanding on this. So then you go to, you know, the Royal Society of Chemistry and you look at Ytterbium and the origin of the name. There's always the origin to look at, folks. I mean, the average atomic weight is also reduces to a number 11. 7 plus 3 plus 1 is an 11. But what's really interesting is where it's named after. Ytterby, Sweden. So let's look at Ytterby, Sweden. And then we go to the latitude, longitude. I always keep saying this. X marks the spot. 59 north, 18 degrees east. 59 plus 18 is giving us another master 77, which, you know, lo and behold, matches up with the timestamp, matches up with the cards of illumination and his name. So folks, this is not a fluke. By now you've seen my work. This is not a fluke. These are patterns that are recognizable and they stand in this matrix reality. Let's go a little further. What about the cards of illumination and the tarot? Well, the 70 is the standout here, Ytterbium, and you know, that's 29 and 33 matching that of his name. But here's the kicker, folks. The 70th card in the tarot is the 7 of Pentacles. The matching card in the cards of illumination is the 7 of Diamonds. Pentacles means diamonds. So then we go, okay, well, what does the 7 of Diamonds mean? Because the 70 matches this card. Well, where does this card come into play? Well, then we go to the lineages. Now, I'm sorry I don't have any photographs just yet. I'm working on that. But here's the 77 cards of the tarot from the Fool all the way down to the King of Pentacles, the King of Diamonds. Now, I'm beginning to believe that one way to observe these cards is to not include the Fool card as the 22nd card, but to leave that out because, folks, if you follow the tarot, the Fool only has the 0 at the top, does not have the 22. It's always just been that way on a popular platform, but when you observe it this way, the Ace of Wands being the 22nd card, the 70th card is the 7 of Pentacles, which is the 7 of Diamonds. Well, then we go to the actual cards themselves. Here is the natural lineage of the way these cards of illuminations work. It's the heart suit first, then the clubs. It's red, black, red, black. So it's hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. So the 7 of Diamonds, folks, is the 33rd card in the deck. Matching that of the guy's freaking name. Matching that of 29, matching that of Ytterbium because it's 29, matching that of 70. You see how these are all connected. And, you know, you got to ask yourself, folks, you know, when you look at these are legitimate things in our matrix reality, and then you have to ask yourself, could man be doing this alone? Because I'm telling you right now, CNN, and the producers of CNN and who is running CNN is not sitting down and doing this kind of methodology. No way. And doing it to this extent. They may be, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody in existence is doing this methodology. And I'm not here to brag or say, you know, I'm the first one to find it. I don't really care. But I don't think anybody else is using this methodology. And if they are using this, are they going to this extent? Matching the cards with the cards of Illumination. These numbers, folks, I mean, they're legitimate numbers. You know? And it's something that we should not allow these things to escape the way we observe things. I mean, is this guy a real dude? I mean, is he a real guy? But I mean, you know, is he a real guy? Is he a crisis actor? Is he somebody who really has the coronavirus? I mean, these are legitimate, folks. These are not made up. I'm not grasping at straws. I'm not trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. You've heard me say that over and over. This is legitimate. This is solid research right here, folks. Well, that's all I got for today. My name is Logan. This is Decode Your Reality. Thanks for watching.